Hello guys, another video from my car as every Saturday, but it's not actually shot on Saturday, it's shot just whenever I have time. So in this case I'm just waiting for my daughter to get back from camp, and I don't look very presentable, to be honest, and shaved and everything, but that's real life. I didn't really try to be presentable on YouTube ever. It's just not my thing, but I think I have something to say which is more important than presentable look on camera. So anyway, the situation. I got an email a few days ago. Someone was asking me whether it's worth to switch from Laravel to something else, adding more languages to their tech stack. And the reason was that person, he has 5 years of experience in Laravel, so he considers himself a mid-level developer or even towards senior, and he was struggling to find a Laravel job, and it took him 2 months. He did eventually get the job, that's fine, but he was questioning in general Laravel. Maybe it's worth switching to Python, he said, or to something else, and he asked me for advice. And I want to answer that in public on YouTube here for others, but also it was very interesting train of thoughts. So Laravel is for rapid development in general, right? And Laravel is relatively easy to pick up and start with, right? Which means a lot of new developers on Laravel appear on the market. And with current recession on the market, it raises a valid point, whether it's not too many developers, too many Laravel developers, compared with the demand on the market. With that in mind, is it worth being a Laravel developer or look towards other opportunities with less competition maybe? And it is a valid concern, and I can answer that in a few ways. So first, any new technology you add to your stack, of course, increases your chance of being hired. That said, if you spread yourself too thin, then it means you're not a good developer, you're not an expert in any of them. So I don't believe in a full stack developer, mobile, server, DevOps, and everything in one person. I think it's a myth. Even full stack developer to an extent, web full stack is a myth. I personally believe that usually it's a person back-ender with some front-end knowledge or vice versa. It's just too much to learn on expert level. But typically, if you have a few different languages in your stack, it means that you can participate in many projects in the same company, which naturally increases your chance of being hired. That's the reason why some companies, especially agencies, list huge amount of technologies in their job descriptions, because they have different projects, many projects with different languages, frameworks, some of them legacy. So with Laravel job descriptions, you may find CodeIgnite or WordPress, even Cake PHP or Zen framework sometimes, just because they have those legacy projects. So from that point of view, it does make sense to increase your chance and add something on top of Laravel. The first thing comes to mind is Vue.js or React, so being a web full stack. But from the other point of view, I want to tackle the situation that it takes 2 months to find a job. This is not necessarily because of Laravel. As I mentioned in a few previous videos, the job market in 2023 in current recession is pretty harsh, pretty brutal, so it is hard to find any job for any developer on any level, juniors especially, but even for seniors, just not many companies are hiring at the moment. A lot of good developers were laid off, unfortunately. I see that on Twitter almost every day. Tweets like, I am available for consultancy or for work from next week or something, from really good developers, from active members of Laravel community including. So from that point of view, 2 months of searching for work should not be the reason of changing stack and not believing in Laravel future, because it's not about Laravel probably. Of course, as usual, every situation is individual, and maybe in that segment of the market, in some cases Laravel isn't the best solution to learn. Maybe it is worth switching to Python or Symfony or whatever. It's very individual. But what I wanted to emphasize in this video is that Laravel is doing okay. It is growing in terms of usage, in terms of community, everything. And the web is still growing. People will need websites, APIs, backend solutions. That will likely not stop. Even with AI and ChatGPT and everything, they will probably take care of simple CRUD solutions, but then the developers would be hired for more complex solutions, for scalable solutions, optimizations, and stuff like that. What do you think in general about the current job market, specifically in Laravel? Do you see a decline maybe? Let's discuss in the comments. And see you guys in other videos.